Welcome to the glamour of our broadcast area at the back of the conference hall. This is where I watched the speech, and there was some good stuff. For example, very successful in the hall was where Ed Miliband outlined the new money that he's putting into the NHS.
3,000 more midwives, 5,000 more care workers, 8,000 more GPs and 20,000 more nurses. An NHS with time to care.
Of course, a lot of the delegates would themselves be public sector workers, so it was always going to be likely to please them. They also enjoyed an attack on David Cameron for his attitude towards UKIP.
David Cameron doesn't lie awake at night thinking about the United Kingdom. He lies awake at night thinking about the United Kingdom Independence Party, UKIP. That is why he is doing it, friends. And I say, pandering to them is just one more reason why he is not fit to be the Prime Minister of this great country.
Now, I've been a big fan of some of Ed Miliband's conference speeches. Generally speaking, they've been extremely effective over the past few years, but I think this one is going to end up well. Certainly rich pickings for the sketch writers and in certain quarters panned. Partly it was because of these hokey, homespun anecdotes of how he meets people around the country. Frankly, you have to be Bill Clinton to do that sort of thing, and Bill Clinton, Ed Miliband definitely isn't.
And I know my duty to Colin.
And it wasn't just that sort of thing. There was one word, it seemed, that Ed Miliband, in a desperate desire to sound like he was speaking in normal, everyday, colloquial language, resounded throughout the speech.
Rubbish. Rubbish. Rubbish.
Having the word rubbish as a touchstone phrase in the speech is a bit of a risky strategy, shall we say. Labour were cursing their bad luck earlier on in the day that this speech was coming on such a busy news day, worried that it might drown out any coverage of what Ed Miliband had to say. Given that I think a lot of that coverage is going to be negative, you know what? It might be a blessing in disguise.